Welcome to the School of Professional Development Business Language Program and Business Language Proficiency. Module 1, Foundations of Business Communication. Subtitled, Building Core Skills for Professional Success. What are the learning objectives? There are 4. Understanding key principles of effective business communication. Distinguishing between formal and informal business language. Identifying communication challenges in professional settings. And learning common business idioms and expressions. What is business communication? The what? It is the exchange of information in a professional context. Professional context meaning business context. What are the types? They are both internal and external. Examples of the internal include communication between colleagues and managers. And for the external, between professionals and their clients and other professional partners. And what are the modes of this communication? They could be verbal, written, non-verbal, visual. The 7 C's of effective communication. The first is that communication must be clear, meaning it is easy to understand. It is concise, meaning you say more with fewer words. It must be concrete, meaning you be specific and you support your facts with facts. You support your facts with facts. In other words, you make a point, have a range of facts to support that very point. Must be concrete and correct. Correct means using proper grammar. Grammar that is endorsed by the English language professionals. And, of course, supported by facts. It is coherent. It must follow a logical flow. There must be logic in your presentation. Everybody can see that you are going from minor to major, from general to specific, or vice versa. And it must be complete, which means it must include all necessary information required for an understanding of the point you are making. And finally, is courtesy. Effective communication must be courteous, which means you have at all times to be polite and respectful, regardless of the status of who you are addressing, you are speaking to, or you are speaking with. Now, when we come to formal and informal business language, I'll just give you a few examples. We'll get to talk about more examples in the course of the course. Formal. I would like to say this. I would like you to do this. Informal, I would like to see the contraction I apostrophe D instead of I would like to, stating it all clearly. In the informal, you are allowed to contract. It is also formal when we say we regret to inform you rather than sorry to say or I'm sorry to say. In formal language, we say we regret or I regret to inform you. Thirdly, could you please answer this question for me? Could you please do this for us? Could you please elaborate on the point you are making? Rather than say in the informal, can you explain yourself further or better? Can you put it in simpler language? In the formal language, we will say, could you please do this? So we must distinguish between what we say in formal situations and what we say in the informal. What are the channels of communication in business and in professional life? They are not very many, but they are very important to know. One, reports. Constantly, as often as possible, we write reports. Reports are of various kinds. Very short report, fairly long report, and reports of investigations may be particularly long. The report gives detailed analysis, and they could also be updates. The updates are much shorter. Meetings. You have various types of meetings. Pair meetings, group meetings. And what are these meetings are about? They are about team collaboration. 2, 3 people have been given an assignment, and you must meet to decide how you're going to go ahead with the assignment. During the assignment, you come together to discuss how it's going. At the end of the assignment, you come together to decide what you have achieved and whether you are going to write this report, who is going to start the report, how are you going to farm out the assignments of the report, and all of that. So you meet to make decisions. Instant messaging, which gives quick updates. And instant messaging has many channels of these days social media. Okay? Group social media platforms can be set up for particular tasks, for particular group of workers, and so on. Or any of the social media that is internal, not external. We must make that distinction as well. Or the channel may be phone calls or video calls between 2 people within a group of people charged with a responsibility, and you will find out that phone calls and video calls are more personal. They are more nuanced, where you can give more details that may not even go into a report, that you may not even want to share to a large group of workers within the organization, and so on. There are no communication situations without challenges. In business communication, there are some common challenges. What are these? One, misinterpretation due to the tone of presentation. Cross-cultural misunderstandings. And when we say cross-cultural, it does not mean that your cultures are widely different between Oyibo and Africans. It could be that's cross-cultural. It could be between professionals in different areas, engineers, accountants. That could also be cross-cultural. And there are things we need to learn to do and not to do in such communication contexts. Then the overuse of jargon or acronyms, particularly between professionals who are in different fields. Engineers will use certain acronyms. Accountants will use different acronyms. Medical practitioners will use different acronyms. If you use these acronyms across professional cultures, you may not be easily understood. And lack of feedback or confirmation. In every situation that you are given an assignment, that you are carrying out a duty, an investigation, there must be constant feedback as required, or confirmation that certain things have been done and things that are yet to be done. And there are common business idioms and expressions as well. This may also vary in accordance with professional settings and professional callings. So, for instance, you are going to look for more examples and give in your own field, professional fields, as we go on. Touch base, for instance. This is a very common idiom that is used in business, which means make contact. Somebody gives an assignment to go abroad or to go far away from the center, and he says, "Hello, I'm expecting that you touch base." What are they saying? Make contact on what's going on. On the same page. This is very common. It's not only in business, but it's something that is constantly being used in business contexts. In agreement, it means think outside the box. As a matter of fact, many people have this has become a cliche. And people are now saying, I'm not just thinking outside the box. I've destroyed the box. I live completely outside the box. Which means be creative. And when they say get the ball rolling, it means start a process. You are in a meeting and the chair of the meeting says, Mr. So and so, please get the ball rolling. Begin this meeting. Tell us what you've got to say. Give a report of the assignment you've been given so that we can all discuss this. In summary, we have looked at everything and we have said that communication should be clear, concise, and courteous. It is important to match the tone to the context and the audience. And we have also said we must always consider cultural differences culture being defined in terms of race, language, and profession. And it's important for every professional to continue to practice the use of language to improve our communication. This is the end of this module. We'll continue with another module in the coming week. Thank you.